We are Max Clark then, ahead of the game against Walsall. If we can go back a week to Accrington, looked like a bit of a fight, that one, a bit of a struggle between the two sides. What did you make of it?
Yeah, look, we knew it was going to be a battle going first game of the season. It's always hard, like literally trying to work each other out first game of the season. You don't know how teams are going to play, and we obviously went there with knowing that they're going to put it on us. First home game for them, first away game for us, so we know it was going to be a challenge, and I felt like we faced it, and like I said, we all fought together, and I think you could see that it wasn't the prettiest of games, which we knew coming off, but like I say, we got a point, and we're looking forward to our first home game of the season.
I think the manager said that it probably wasn't a beautiful game, but it was important to disrupt them as a unit as well.
Yeah, look, like I think when you go to Accrington, you know exactly you're in a fight. Literally, when you get off the bus, it's literally that's what you're in for, and you need to stand up for it, stand up to it, and you stay in the game. And I feel like we did that. We worked hard with each other, and look, it wasn't the prettiest of performances, but if you're going to do anything to get the points, away from home. So yeah, I felt like we had a game plan, and obviously we just stayed in the game and fought for each other.
And then looking forward to, Priestfield's just behind us here, over my shoulder. First time going out, home game of the season. What's that like as a Gillingham player?
Yeah, well, we're all looking forward to it. We've got great fans, and they always back us home and away. But it's just nice to be back home, and we're really looking forward to getting out there and making sure that we'll make it a hard place to come this season. And like I said, we're really looking forward to the first home game of the season. It's a great buzz, this week, knowing that we've got the first game out there, and yeah, we're all looking forward to it.
I was going to ask that because fans, obviously, it's close season, you're waiting for the season to start, and all things are possible before the first game. And is it like that for players? Because you've obviously got the extra pressure as well of performing in front of those fans.
Yeah, look, like obviously you want to impress the fans, like there's going to be more here, for us, and I think the pre-season is just like you're just waiting for the first home game of the season, and obviously the start of the season, you get a bit itchy, wanting to get the real stuff on the way. But yeah, look, we're looking forward to it, and we're hoping that we can show them what we've been working on throughout the pre-season, and going with a real game plan, and what we feel like we can deliver out there for them. Because look, we want to all be together this season, players, staff, fans, we're all one unit, and we want to make sure that we've got their backs like they've got ours.
Looking like a big crowd as well. I'm sure the sun will bring more out, won't it? on the Saturday, it's good weather for it too. Yeah,
look, first home game of the season, I think there'll be more here, just to see us out there, and it'll be nice. Like I said, we're really looking forward to it, and yeah, hopefully we can put on a good show for them.
Walsall, obviously the top team from last year, playoff contenders, beaten playoff finalists. What do you make of them as a unit?
Yeah, look, I think they were solid last year. They had a really good start. It was a solid team, got a good style of play, a good identity about them, and look, they ain't going to be an easy team to come against. Going to come here, they did well last game. I'm sure they went down to 10 men and won the game last week. So look, it's going to be a tough test, but like I say, we believe in ourselves, we back ourselves, and the main focus is just on us. In the group and in the building, we focus on ourselves. And literally stick together, and we back each other as well, and I think that's the main thing. They're a solid side, but like I said, we just need to focus on what we're going to do, and yeah, look, they've got some good players, experienced players as well. They've gone there this season, but yeah, look, we'll back ourselves.
From a Gillingham point of view, not that many changes in terms of transfers coming in, certainly compared to the last couple of seasons. Has that helped you over pre-season, that you know the lads here, you know what they're about? Yeah,
I feel like it has helped us, coming in, and obviously the boys got signed again. We've got a real tight group this season. I feel like the squad's not as big, but we all know each other, and the lads that have come in, I think they've just settled in literally straight away. And I feel like we've got that togetherness, because of how many we've kept from last season. And the lads that have come in are great lads, just literally hard working and got great personalities. So they've really fitted in well. And I think you see that. I think you'll see that we're just literally a group of lads that just want to do well for each other. And just like help each other, you know, along the way of the season, because you know how many ups and downs there is during the season. And I think having the group what we have and kept the group what we have, I think we can get through everything together, and yeah, we really look after each other as well.
You've got a second member of the left backs union this year, so Lenny Serino coming in. What have you made of him so far?
Yeah, look, he's a great lad, good lad, and he's a good player. It's nice to have competition. I love it. I strive off it. You know, it's healthy. I've always said it's always healthy, and I had it with Scott Malone when I first signed, and it's just it's good to have competition. He's a great player, young, fast, and he's just his game as well, and he wants to learn and wants to do well. So yeah, it's good to have another left back to compete with.
And you re-signed over the summer, of course, and how big a decision was that for you? I appreciate you would have had other offers as well, rather, you know, that you could have taken, perhaps going north as well. What was the clincher?
I think it was more like the gaffer, you know, like the way we finished last season, the real like togetherness he brought to the group, him and Dobbo, and it's something I wanted to like carry on with, you know, like I just really enjoyed when he came in and working with him. I liked the way he is as a manager, and Dobbo as assistant. I just see it a real like just fights and, you know, like determination every day, standards every day, and he's come in and just set his standards, and I think that's what caught my eye the most, and it's made me want to sign back here. And like I said, it's a great club, and I've enjoyed being here. It's been tough 2 years in terms of like in and out, and you know, at stages, but yeah, look, I think it's just the gaffer, you know, of what he's like put on his stance here, and that really caught my eye to want to push to come back here, and just the group what he's built, and you know, the staff and the fans, everything here. I just really I really enjoy being here. My family is settled as well, so I think that was one of the decisions what came to mind. My kids are settled, so I think that it makes it easier for me to come into work every day and want to fight for the club, and it just makes everything so much easier.
Does the messaging from the owners and from Gareth as well, for him and Richard Dobson, it's a 2-year project to start with, and maybe it's a longer, slower growth rather than must get promoted now. Does that filter down to the players as well, or do you not think about that sort of external pressure of where you have to finish?
Oh no, look, literally, we don't think about stuff like that. We're just literally getting pre-season, working hard as we can, putting our stance on how we want to play, our identity as a team, as a club, as a squad, everyone literally go in the right direction. And look, we're just going to take every game with a new opportunity, and literally putting our stance on every game, you know. So that pressure for us, you know, we just literally have to perform every game, and look, that's the main thing for us this year, is just literally just trying to take every game and just trying to perform in them games. And you'll see, every game's going to be different this season, and we're going to find ways of winning or getting points, you know, and you'll see that this season, I'm sure you will.
It'd be nice to celebrate in front of the Rainham End first game of the season, wouldn't it? Yeah,
definitely. Look, it's always bouncing, you know, Rainham End, and we actually, when they're backed us all season really, but when we score and when you're on the front foot, it actually does benefit you a lot, you know. Teams coming here will feel it, and to have them behind you, it's a big booster for us. And obviously Saturday coming, we know that they'll be behind us and they'll back us, whether we're going through a sticky patch in the game, they'll still be there for us, and you know, it'll drive us on, you know, to try and get the points.
Excellent, good luck.
Thank you
very much.
Talks about the manager. What's it like when you've got a positive manager and he's on the sidelines and he's not moaning at you, he's encouraging you? It must make a difference, mustn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. It drives you on, and you know, sometimes it helps you out, you know, if you're in a bad situation in the game, and it just keeps you going, you know, and it can recover you so quick. He's so positive, and he's a real winner as well, you know, he is but he's always got your back. I think that's the most important thing, he always, whether you make a mistake, he's got your back, you know, and I think that's important as well, you know, because we have got a lot of young players and they're learning, but we've also got experienced players as well what want to help them out as well. But like I said, he's always got everyone's back, whether the team, the squad, the staff, like he's literally like there for you. And I think that's important, you know. It makes you want to do well for him, you know. And I think you've seen that since he's been here. The fans have seen that. Yeah, he's just a real good guy, yeah, and real winner.
It's constructive stuff he says to you, isn't it? Rather than just, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, it is constructive, and it's so helpful if you can go to him and he'll help you out in a situation. And the thing is as well with this gaffer, he's always got ideas for you. Yeah. So there's always a solution of how we can play. And I think that's important to have different ways of playing, and he always brings that, and he backs us, you know, literally through everything. So like we want to back him as well, you know, which we do, and we want to fight for him and get the points.
And you talk about togetherness as well. You've been in successful teams before. You see that's key.
It's from the day I signed here. I think I said about the togetherness what I had when I was at other teams, what I've done well, and he's come from a successful team in the previous with Wickham. It's all about togetherness, and it's all about getting through games together, through weeks together, just keeping tight knit, you know, like within the group, and just looking after each other. And I think that's the most important thing. I've said it before and I'll say it again, like that's what drives you on. When you know that you're out there and your teammates got your back. I think that's, and your staff, your manager, your assistant, all the groups got your back, and it just makes you carry on, you know, like fighting, and it makes you want to be in that changing room. And the lads what aren't playing, just keeps them going as well, because listen, we've got so many games, you know, everyone's vital. We've only got a smaller squad this season. Everyone's going to play and everyone's going to have each other's back, and I think that's important this year.
The manager's talked about a busy period coming up, and he was saying, as a manager, you prefer Saturday to Saturday. As a player, prefers the midweek games, so you prefer just to play? Yeah,
look, like, the more games for us, it's better, you know, you just want to play, and like that's what we love doing. So the more games for us, it's better, but as a gaffer, obviously it's a worry, because you want to keep everyone fit, and you know, like, so I see it from that side. But as players, you just want to play, don't you? And yeah, look, like we've got a busy period coming up, but we've got a great group of lads what can go and perform in every game. So there'll be no issues or worries on that side of things, and we're looking forward to the challenge.
Brilliant, good luck, thank you.
How important is the dressing room was getting a point Saturday?
Yeah, look, it was big Saturday. You know, like obviously we went goal down, and to come away with a point, I think obviously I was disappointed that we didn't come away with 3. We're always going to be disappointed with that. That's just a natural thing. But yeah, I think it was in some sense was we didn't want to come away with anything. That was the main thing. And a point away from home against Accrington start of season, it's not to be, you know, like honestly, it's not doubted really, because they're the game and they're ready, and you've seen the last pre-season game they beat Rotherham 4-1. The game the other night, Oldham, there was 3-0 up at half time. Listen, the Accrington are a good side, you know, like they've got an identity of the way to play, and it's it works for them. So going there and getting a point, it's, to be honest with you, we'll take that and we'll move on.
Is playing a side like Walsall, who are in transition like yourselves, good early season? I know obviously it works both ways, but as players, do you think it get into them before they get settled, sort of scenario? Yeah,
look, like at home, I think you'll see that we're going to be on the front foot. You know, like it's important, and this early on in the season, you're always trying to work out other teams and see how they're going to play. But this season, it's going to be more about us. You know, like we've made it clear that we need to put a stance on how we're going to be out there. And literally, I think you'll see that this season. Like we're going to focus more on us, you know, in terms of how we're going to play. So, but like I said, Walsall are like they're similar to us, but there's no reason why we can't go out there and get on the front foot and, you know, go straight after them.
As someone who's been here a while now, with respect to everybody else, obviously.
Yeah.
You're in a good position to see the transition of the club under the Andersons. Now, I know you said you were excited by the club when you first signed.
Yeah.
But did you expect what's happened to have happened?
Well, listen, I think over the 2 years since I've been here, going into my 3rd year now, it's I don't think we'd expect, you know, like that to be happening. But like I said, I think right now with this gaffer, I only see good things, you know, I really do, for the club, not just for us as players, for the club moving forward. I think Brad and Shannon have backed the club, you know, and they have, and I think, like I said, that they own the club, they can dictate, you know, like what goes on, and they've put a stance on the gaffer and Dobbo, and I think they've really looked into it, and these two can really drive the club on, because it can be successful, the club, and they can grow the club, and what I see as well is togetherness within the staff as well, from Brad, Shannon, with the gaffer, just everyone around, you know, like everyone is together, and from the 2 years since I've been here, I think this is probably the most together it's been, and I'm not just saying that, I just see it because I'm here every day, you know, like it's progressing, which might not feel like that, but it really is.
As someone who lives locally now, you can appreciate how much this place means to an awful lot of people.
Oh yeah, like so passionate, like I love it because it's like they come here and they're so passionate, you know, to watch the team, and there's people what grown up and just support them throughout their life, and that's why we want to literally like fight for them, you know, it ain't just a club, we want to come here and fight for the fans, for everyone, and because they do for us every week, you know, with a passion. And there will be times when they're going to be on our backs because they just want the better, you know, for the team, and that's natural. But it's so passionate. It's a passionate club, and I think that's what I love about it.